Okay, chat. Sorry to have to do this, but I gotta. Chat, pay attention, okay? It's your favorite, it's the clicker, pay attention, okay? Story time, good. So, to set the scene for you, I'm gonna give you a little bit of context. This was in the far off yesteryear of Xbox Live on the Xbox 360. I had been a bit of a gamer, if you will. I had even gone so far as to join a gaming clan, you will see. And in that gaming clan, I had made a friend. Said friend had once upon a time played Dungeons and Dragons with his family. And one of the times when the conversation came up, it's like, you know what? And this, for clarity, was back when, like, wow, D&D is for nerds. That's so weird. You mean you play D&D? It was still very strange to play D&D at the time. That's how far back this was. I'm a little old, just letting you know. But eventually I talked to him like, hey, is there any way you can play D&D online? Because he was in Canada and I am from America. So we weren't in physical proximity to play. And he's like, you know what? We can probably figure out a way. We didn't figure out a particularly good way. What we did is we got a few other of our gaming friends together and we would sit in an Xbox Live voice chat, an Xbox Live party chat. But we couldn't do a whole lot from there, right? So what we did is we found an online chat program that allowed us to type /roll 1d20 and other assorted dice. And that was our setup. We didn't have any visuals. We didn't have a map. We didn't have nothing. We sat there with our little super shitty or super really crusty Xbox 360 microphones that sounded like you're talking through a tin can. We sat there with those, staring at the computer screen, playing D&D with no visuals. An excellent start, right? A really good foundation for all of this. Theater of the mind, yeah, and in a vacuum, that's not bad. It didn't help my auditor brain too much, but like it's you can work with it. And I tried to work with it. Because when I started playing, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, so now I'm gonna make my character, and you know what? I'm gonna be a sorcerer, and I'm gonna have magic spells, and I'm gonna go. It's gonna be awesome, and he's gonna be like, he's had a tragic backstory. His dad was a sorcerer too, and they lived in a magic tower. And he was teaching his magic, but then, oh no, the tower was attacked, and my character had to run for his life. And now it's several years later, and now he's a big, strong man, and he's trying to explore the world and make it a better place. And all that jazz, right? Which is all well and good. We had some other colorful characters in our party, such as Gandalf and Gimli and Bob. That was some of the lineup we were working with in our party, which is fine. I was still committed. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be my sorcerer guy, and he's gonna do his best. He's gonna be hero save the day. It's gonna be great. We're gonna fight Sauron or something, apparently, because we have Gandalf and Gimli here. And then we have our first session, and we sat down. And I get narrated at that, you know, with this caravan you're traveling along with, there's this hooded figure who sees you, and when they do, they walk over to you and they pull a knife on you. I'm like, what, wait, hang on a second, what's going on here, fella? What happened? And then she removes her hood to reveal cat ears, and then she removes her cloak to reveal that it's a woman. It's like, wow, okay, what happened, lady? Why are you pulling a knife on me? To which she refuses to elaborate, roughs up my character without explaining why she hates him, apparently. She's cool with everybody else, by the way. Everybody else adored her because after she roughed up my character, she then went to talk to the rest of the party, and she was super nice, a little like standoffish and edgy, but you know, but she was like 5 levels higher than all of us, and she had magic swords, and she was so cool, and she had tits. Everything a 14, 15-year-old Xbox Live gamer could want in a character, right? So clearly all the other people I was playing with adored her. I wasn't a huge fan, as you might notice, because she kicked my ass. And that's how our adventure went for a little while. And I kind of muscled my way through it. I chin up. I'm like, you know what? This is okay. Like, I'm sure there's a reason she doesn't like my character. I don't know why, but apparently she just doesn't. And then we continue with our adventure, and we have a couple of little battles, and we level up, and we're doing great. And then we eventually go into a dungeon and discover that
My son, actually, I didn't die when our tower was destroyed. I was actually evil, and that's why our tower was destroyed. I am your father, and you shall join me in being nefarious and stuff.
So we found my character's dad, who was like, I'm the bad guy, which is fine. That's okay. Like, it's a little done to death, but it was also my first D&D campaign, so it's fine, right? Cool. Great. My dad's the bad guy. I can work with that. And in that dungeon, we find the purple crystal of evil, the MacGuffin, which we don't really know what it does or what it is for a while. Hi, Zay. But my character picks it up and he's like, wait, I can't get rid of it. Every time I throw it away, it comes back into my pocket. It's stuck to me. Important, by the way. The evil MacGuffin crystal that the campaign is centered around is stuck to my character. Remember this for later. We continue with our adventure from there. The cat girl continues to harass me, which is fine. It's whatever. I'm used to it by that point. I'm still a little cranky about it, but I'm used to it. And then, eventually,
Gimli, you've received a missive. The dwarven hold is under siege by orcs. You must return and save us. The king is ill. You need to take up the throne.
and blah, 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 right? We get a letter, and a messenger shows up telling us to help out the dwarves. So, like, okay, yeah, we'll go help out the dwarves. Like, it's, you know, I get a little cliche, but pop off. So we head all the way there. And by the time we get there, the dwarves are there. We find out the king's been poisoned. Who poisoned him? I don't know. But then he dies. And it's like,
Oh no, the orcs, they're finally attacking. We must defend the citadel.
and so we have this whole thing where we fight the orcs and we fend them off. And apparently there's drow there too, doing drow things. They're there for the purple MacGuffin crystal or whatever. We win. We win the battle. It's like, all right, the orcs are in retreat. The DM then says,
All right, who amongst you wishes to go rout the fleeing orcs? Who shall join the charge?
I'm like, yeah, I wanna join the charge. I wanna help. Yeah, let's go. And basically everybody says yes, right? Everybody helps the charge. I get pulled to the side after we get narrated what happens, like the orcs are routed, all that fun jazz, and then I am told, you died. Like, what do you mean I died? Excuse me, what do you mean? I died off screen? What does that mean?
It's like, well, you're a sorcerer, and then you joined the charge. So, like, when you ran at the orcs with your staff, you're like trying to smack them, you died.
Be like, I'm a sorcerer. I'm gonna go magic missile. Blah, blah. I'm not gonna crowd surf the orcs. That's not what I'm gonna do.
But apparently that's what I did. So I went for Scotland,
ran in and died.
But then I'm told, like, hold on, wait. Just wait a second. Just trust me, okay?
I'm like, okay. All right, I'll trust you. I'll wait. Let's see what's going on.
And then the dwarves are like, worry not, valiant heroes. We actually have this very convenient magical artifact that can bring one person back from the dead. Exactly one time. Just the one person. One time. Only one.
Which is also when we discover that cat girl, big titty cat girl lady with the cool magic swords and tragic backstory that everybody else in the party really liked, also died. Do you want to know who got the one-use res?
Not me. Not me. They rezzed the NPC cat girl.
And remember the note from earlier? My character has the MacGuffin stuck to his body. That didn't change when he died. I still have the MacGuffin stuck to my rotting corpse. The DM at that point's like, all right, let's call a session there. Actually, well, like I gotta prep for next time. And then after the session, he pulls me aside again. He's like, all right, so I didn't think they would do that. So you can't be dead because you have the MacGuffin. So I'm gonna figure something out, okay? I can't just keep you dead because they're gonna be hauling your rotting corpse around the whole time. So like, okay, yeah, fine, all right, sure, great. Next week rolls around. We start session. I'm corpse RPing for the first like half of session. So I show up and I sit there, I'm cranky, and I do nothing because I'm dead. I am a corpse. I didn't make a new character because I was told wait, because I'm gonna figure something out. So I'm dead. And then the party then figures out, like, oh, but
In the far-off place of Waterdeep.
also this is the Forgotten Realms, apparently, by the way. Not really, but whatever.
In the far-off realm of Waterdeep, there was a powerful mage who could probably totally, more than likely, super awesomely bring people back from the dead. He could probably do that. You should go there. You should probably talk to him and be like, can you bring our dead friend back, please?
So my party's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we should do that. So they haul my dead ass all the way to the city to find Elminster, because he's there. And they're like, Elminster, please, can you res our friend from the dead? Oh, wait, no, hang on. That's a lie. It's not Elminster, by the way. It was literally Merlin. We were told Merlin is chilling there in Waterdeep. And then we're like, hey, Merlin, can you res our dead friend? And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm Merlin. I'll come, bippity boppity, not dead. And then I'm no longer dead. I'm like, wait, you brought me back to life? Oh, thank you so much. And then let's say it's Bob. Bob then comes over like,
Yeah, don't worry. We brought you back to life right after we brought the cat girl back. Don't worry. We got you back.
so then my character then comes to the realization that these people would rather leave him for dead over the cat girl who has been harassing him for months with still no explanation why she hates him. I was trying to give them an out of character, by the way. I'm trying to be like, well, yeah, I'll have my character be grateful that he's back alive again and stuff. And then Bob goes, yeah, we let you rot for like a week, dude. So now my character hates them. I'm so pissy at this point. I'm so cranky with all of them for everything. And then we continue on. I don't quit then. That's not what breaks me. We continue our adventure up until we get to one encounter that just ended it all for me. We're traveling over the foothills. And then in the distance,
Over the hills, you see approaching you very quickly a bunch of velociraptors.
like, okay, yeah, sure. I didn't know we were in Jurassic Park, but sure, velociraptors, cool, whatever, fine. We're gonna fight the velociraptors, that's okay. At this point, I'm like decently high level, but he's like, you know what, alright, so we're fighting velociraptors. I am going to cast flight upon myself and go into the air so the velociraptors can't fight me, right? That I can go magic missile, pew pew pew, or whatever, is my plan. So I spend my turn, I cast fly, and then I go up in the air, and I'm chilling like 30 feet in the air or whatever. You would imagine pretty safe from a velociraptor on the ground. You would be wrong, because on the velociraptor's turn, they sprint across the open field, and then once they get next to my character, they vertically jump, boing, 30 feet in the air, grab my character out of the air, maul him, and he's unconscious. It was the pogo stick velociraptors that broke me. That's what did it. I was done. I left. I walked out. I'm not having it. I'm not gonna fly in the air to get Potemkin heavenly bustered by velociraptors. No, I'm not getting command grabbed by dinosaurs. And that was how my first D&D campaign went, everybody. That's how it went. That's what happened. Would you think that spawned a lifelong passion for the hobby? Would you think somebody that went through that would have continued playing tabletop RPGs for the last 15 years? Nope. Absolutely dreadful. But yeah, that's the retelling of my first D&D campaign. I hope you all enjoyed that.